Issue 20. The Side Characters. Side characters are a bit of a thorny problem for writers. They exist outside the metaphorical spotlight that follows our main character around on stage. We only catch bits and pieces of them as our story unfolds. A hand there, a foot here, a puff of smoke from their flamethrower. It's because of this that the side characters are a little harder to flesh out. It's a bit of a challenge to give them that elusive third dimension if they don't have time to shine for themselves. How do we give them that time? Well, we could make them a foil. In literary terms, a foil is a character who's designed to highlight the personality and inherent values of another character through contrast. For example, it may seem like Joe Hero is a stand-up good guy until we see him hang out with Old Man McDudebro. Then the kindness and compassion in McDudebro highlights the cold, calculating nature of our main character. Foils are incredibly useful in a story because you don't have to present a perfectly negative version of the main character in order to examine and reveal their depth. In fact, having small differences in their passions, goals, and methods can be used to reveal hidden truths and traits at a time when it's thematically appropriate. In the case of Joe Hero, perhaps we need to highlight his lack of compassion before he's faced with the choice of saving the mayor or some orphans. Primed from his interaction with Old Man McDudebro, the audience now knows that Joe might not save the orphans, opting instead for the political maneuver that could gain him better press. So when you have to bring in side characters for your story, take a moment to examine who your main character is, where their flaws lie, and then make your side characters approach the world from a slightly different angle, naturally revealing opinions and attitudes that might otherwise remain unseen. But let's say your side character already did that, and you still have loads of plot points to hit before the end of the story. What now? What can you do to keep them fresh and interesting as Joe Hero cuts his way through the antagonist forces? Well, you can give them a secret. This is especially useful in mysteries where the main character has to run around collecting clues and trying to figure out where that woman in the red trench coat ran off to. When your side character has a secret, that affects how you write them in the story. Suddenly, all their interactions have a touch of subtext. The side characters have a priority that may work for or against other characters based on what their secret is and what they are willing to do to protect it. When you don't have time to flesh out a deep narrative arc for flower seller Jane, just reach into that secret narrative prize box and pull out Secret Pyromaniac. Now Jane is really interested when she hears that the orphanage burnt down again. Now you, the author, know when something has an impact on her secret character history. It forces you to write Jane a little differently from Joe, giving her actions and reactions that are entirely her own. Now she's not a plot point, she's a character. In summary, side characters are the color to your plot, the vibrancy that helps reveal to the reader who your main character really is and what kind of world they live in. You may not have time to fully flesh them out, but give them traits and secrets, and a life that exists beyond the spotlight, so when they do show a hand or foot or flamethrower, all the pieces add up to someone who could not only have their own spotlight someday, but really shine under it. Thanks for listening, and good words to you all. Bonus secret ending! You may have noticed this video took a while. That's because I took an itty-bitty break to, well, write a book. If you want to help support this channel, check out the link to my book in the video description below. If it sounds like a story you'd enjoy, please consider grabbing it for your own home library, and maybe even leaving a review. It really helps me out. Thanks again, and good words to you all.